In the last video, we confirmed that we don't live long, healthy lives in the United States. One major reason lies in understanding that income or wealth inequality is not good for health. The Greek philosopher Plato wrote almost 2,500 years ago about inequality. He argued that for a healthy society, the ratio in wealth between the richest and poorest should be no more than 4-1. That is, the richest should have no more than 4 times the wealth of the poorest. Today, that ratio in the United States is more like 1,000,000,000,000 to 1, and it is a root cause of our dysfunctional society and lack of the best health outcomes. The first studies investigating the impact of inequality on health appeared in 1979, followed by many explorations of the topic. Today, they number over 500, and the effect is causal. More income or wealth inequality causes worse health. Wilkinson and Pickett link an index of health and social problems among the 23 richest nations with income inequality. Their book, Spirit Level, is the best read on this material. Besides life expectancy, the index includes infant mortality, homicides, mental illness, math and literacy outcomes, imprisonment, teenage births, trust, obesity, and social mobility. It should be no surprise that the United States does the worst in outcomes and has the highest inequality, as depicted in this graph from the Spirit Level. With a large gap between the rich and poor, we feel more stress. Even the richest among us feel they are not rich enough. A junk bond trader who finally made the Forbes billionaires list was being congratulated on his accomplishment. His response, "But I'm at the bottom." In a hierarchical society, typified by a large gap between rich and the poor, if you're on the top, you have power, can dominate, and coerce others. If you are towards the bottom, you resign yourself to the situation, feel resentment, but hide it, as you have to submit to those above. Compare these with feelings in an egalitarian society: support, friendship, cooperation, and sociability. They sound much healthier. This helps explain why people in the United States experience so much stress. Ranking countries by stress puts America near the top. Feeling stressed all the time is not healthy. Maybe you can relate. We'll get into that later. In addition to stress is the feeling of helplessness. With more money comes more political and societal power. The rich put their children in private schools and use legacy means to put them in prestigious universities. They live in gated communities with enhanced security, have chauffeurs and private jets, concierge doctors at their beck and call, among other extravagances. They avoid paying taxes that would provide basic services to others. The richest 400 families in the U.S. pay the lowest rate of income tax. They've gained the system to their favor. With the 2025 tax cuts, the situation becomes even more obscene. A study by the Rand Corporation found that from 1975 to 2023, some $79 trillion has been transferred from the bottom 90% of Americans to the top 1%. A pile of freshly minted $100 bills stacked tightly to that amount would reach a quarter of the way to the moon. This is not good for our health. Other healthier nations have more progressive tax systems where taxes rise along with income. People there have less stress and better health. Living where there is high inequality is bad for your health. My book, Inequality Kills Us All, has much on this topic. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Up next, we'll examine how social factors help to produce healthy populations.